TV, CES 2017. So you see what's going on. And if you're on that virtual reality, look around, you see everything. That's right, we brought that loop to this. So come on, we're going inside. We're gonna see what's up with some fun stuff at CES. Come on. Be right here at Buzz TV. We're still at BGZ. We're with our friend Casey, but they have a couple different lines of stuff. We're looking at the Lander series of stuff, and it looks like you have some great stuff, so let's just dive right into what you guys have going.
Sweet, man. Yeah, so Lander, we're a newer brand. We're all about getting people outside. All of the accessories are built for outdoor use. So we can just kind of go through the line. First off, we have our bags. This is our Timp line. It's fully weather resistant laptop bags. You can fit your laptop in there. TPU coated ripstop, so whether you're at the beach with sand or you're in the water, whatever it is, these will keep your stuff protected.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Then we'll move down to the cables here. The cables, these are NEV cables. Really, really strong cables. A couple different cool features on these. First off, they're braided cables with our technology called the LumaWeave. It's a reflective material that's all the way through, so really easy to find your cable in the bottom of your bag, or if you're outside by the side of your bed in the dark. If any light hits this thing, it just lights up and totally glows. So really,
very nice.
Really cool. They also come with a lifetime guarantee on them, so if anything were to happen, no questions asked, we replace them for free. With the cables here, we have them for lightning cables, we have a micro USB and USB-C cables.
Oh, that's amazing, because you know, I have a 25-year-old, and every time I get in her car, I see like wires hanging from her lightning cable. Go, does that thing actually work? Yeah, it does. So a lifetime guarantee is a great, great thing. Now, speaking of lightning cable, so obviously you guys are Apple certified.
Absolutely, MFI, fully MFI certified for the cables.
What's the price point on something like that?
So the cables start at 24, and go up to 39 depending on the size and configuration. We have a 6-inch. We also go all the way up to 10-foot cable as well.
Right, I use a 10-footer, so I know it'll cost a little more, but you know what? Having 10 feet's great, because I don't like sitting next to a plug.
Absolutely, absolutely. So moving on down, the next thing, this is our newest thing that we're showing off at the show. It's our Nebo case. It's a case totally impact resistant first off, so really, really strong material it's made of. Then a couple things, it has this detachable lanyard in here. We call it our anchor system. You can remove it real easily on here. You put this strap on your wrist. Really nice to take pictures. You don't have to worry about dropping it in the first place, right? Because it's right on you. If it does drop, it's held onto the lanyard. Also, something really cool about it, on the interior of the case here, we've put this little material in here. It's called Thermoline. It's a material that's used to insulate electronics to keep your battery. So if you've warm or cold, so whether you've been, out in the desert and it's really hot and your phone will overheat, you'll get that little message of, hey, the phone's going to turn off because it's overheating.
Right.
Or if it's on the reverse, that gets really cold, it will do the same thing. This material is designed to help relieve that pain for you.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
and here, we're in the desert, so I'll get days of 120 before I turn the screen on and use the thing.
Yeah.
So that's really a great deal.
This will be really cool. This will launch in February, $39.99 for the phone case.
Now, where could we find these products? Are they going to be just at the BG site? Are we going to be able to go to retailers?
Yeah, Lander.com right now. You can find the cables in AT&T stores.
Nice.
But mostly all at Lander.com right now.
Perfect. And again, the case is going to be released in February.
February, yep. Awesome.
Now, if I'm right, what's the Cascade?
Yeah, so Cascade, this will be the last of our lineup here. Portable power banks, built really rugged, really strong materials. We got a rubberized TPU on the bottom with the anodized aluminum up here, so really cool contrasted materials. The lanyard system on this as well, so you can strap it onto your bag. Charge your phone up to 4 times. We have 3 different sizes in them, starting at $30, going up to $70, depending on what size you want.
And that's your milliamperage, and that's going to be something. In fact, what's the biggest one? We about 10,000?
78,000 or 7,800.
See, there you go. Now I see 2 USB outputs. That means you can charge 2 devices at once, correct?
2 devices at once with the big one.
Okay, that's a big deal, because some people like me carry 2 phones. Also, when you're on the bus, I've been known to have maybe my bass player or the drummer not charge their stuff too and want to get in on a quick charge.
Oh, for sure.
So 2 ports are a big deal. And again, guys, when we're on the road, I've done it myself. I know you've done it too. You get to point A to point B. I didn't charge my thing. I didn't plug it in. Now I'm somewhere. I'm in a venue. I'm hunting for power, something like this. It lives in my gig bag. I pull it out, I slap my phone in it, I'm good to go. Maybe I pick up a 10-footer, and that's even better because my battery's here and I still could use all my stuff.
Absolutely.
But it looks like
Cool.
you guys have this stuff covered. The Landers line really has it covered. One quick question about the bags.
Yeah.
I love the rip resistant, and it's, now are we fully waterproof or just water resistant? I mean, if this thing actually gets dunked, am I safe?
So if this thing gets dunked, no. We have had people drop it before, but we wouldn't recommend that you dunk this underwater. Right?
Got it.
But if it gets rained on, it gets hit with a wave, whatever it is, this will be totally fine.
So there you go. If you're going from the bus into the venue or point A to point B and it's pouring out and you're like me and don't always keep a big garbage bag on hand to throw your stuff in, something like this might just save you thousands of dollars.
Absolutely.
Now, everything other than the case, released now? We can find them right now?
Everything's available now, lander.com. Go check us out. The Nebo case will be released in February, so keep your eye out for that.
And if you just happen to be bumbling in an AT&T store, you'll see them there as well.
Absolutely.
Casey, I
Awesome.
appreciate
Great to
everything.
meet you. Thanks
This
for
is a
coming.
great, no, we love what we saw, and again, these are things you guys have to check out, and once you check it out, we know you're going to pick them up. But for myself, for Casey, for the Landers line, for BGZ, Buzz TV, CES 2017, we're out of here, guys. See ya. Be right here, Buzz TV, CES 2017. We're at Linku, we're at Lionel. We found some great products here for the younger kids and for you adults as well. But we're gonna let them get right into it, and we're gonna go through all the fun stuff they have. How you doing this morning?
Good, thank you. I'm very fine.
So tell me, what does Linku have this year?
Okay, this year Linku is showing you the kids watch, the new generation of kids watch, that is for kids from 6 years old to 10 years old. They don't have a mobile phone, they shouldn't have a mobile phone, but with the watch, waterproof watch, they can communicate, phone functions, GPS function, activity function. That means you can track, manage your kids with the watch.
Well, show me some of this stuff and how does it work, because myself, I'm a big kid, so I actually have a cell phone, so my watch works with my phone. But let's say I have a younger one and I need to find my younger child, or I'd like to find them. How would something like this work?
Okay, first thing, you have to understand that kids should not use mobile phone at school, right? So what we did, we did the smallest watch for them with just 3 buttons. Then they can make phone call, okay, just like a mobile phone. Then with the portal that we developed, you have the application, the app, to track your kids, to set up your watch, to create safety zone, to open or close some services during school. So the product has been developed around services that the parents can use, according the services they need for their kids. It's not just a tracker. You have many kind of service for the activity, the communication, and the health for the kids.
Now, how would something like this work? Because generally, your phone is going through a SIM card and that network. Would that be the same thing with your product?
Yes, there is a SIM card inside. So you have a mobile plan with voice, data, and text message. You can receive text message. You can send vocal message. So you have a SIM card inside.
That's great. Now, what's the price point for something like this?
120.
And is this available in the general big box stores, or do we have to go to the Linku site, or is it an Amazon thing?
No, for now we are in the Linku site website. You can go to mylinku.eu. You can find the product. We ship worldwide, and we can provide the SIM card also, or you can choose your mobile plan and use your own SIM card.
Oh, that's perfect. So you could just go to your mobile provider if you're, let's say, happen to be here in the United States. Let them know what you're doing. They'll give you the right plan, pop a card in, and you're good to go.
It's waterproof. You can go to swim. It's really good for kids during their life.
I like that. You know, mine's a little older now, but back then she had a mobile phone when she was 8, just because it was the only way to have a line with her. I like this because, again, there's some things maybe I don't want my kid to see out there in the world at 8, 9, or 10, and smartphones are a little too smart for some of those guys.
Yeah.
So I seen Linku has some other great products here as well.
Yes, we started with the kids watch, but we also developed it for elderly. So using the same function for the kids, you have the communication, you have the GPS location, and we also have some health services. If you fall down, the watch will detect that you fall down and will call an emergency number. You can track also your heart rate and your medication. If you need to take your medication, you forgot, the watch will remind you. So it's more like for health and safety for the elderly.
Oh, see, that's a great thing as well. And you know what? It's still a great thing for kids, because sometimes your kids have to take medication and the nurse might have it, but little Billy needs to know when to take it anyway, and that's going to tell him.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I really like that concept on that. Now, we were talking before we got on camera just about some other things. What's the personal assistant Linku's doing?
Because we developed the whole product for the whole family with the platform, you can manage, as I said, all the products with the platform. But we are in innovation century, so what we developed is the vocal assistant. Instead of using the app, you just ask. You can ask the vocal assistant, where is my kid? What time he will leave school? Did my father take his medication? He fall down, the assistant will call the emergency number directly, contact you. So you have your personal vocal assistant with recognition that we developed to provide services around the elderly and kids healthcare. If your kids need some teacher for mathematics or whatever to improve their
education. Yeah, that's a great thing.
So you can ask vocal assistant, it will find you, the teacher, what you need.
I like that. Now me, I use a different company's assistant, but then again, I use mine to turn lights on and do the heat and certain things. Would this be something that I could link with other devices? You know, could I connect this with my lighting system and then use your assistant to turn my lights on and off?
Yes, that's right.
Perfect. Now, what's the price point on that?
It should be around $200 and ready at the end of this year.
So we're looking maybe around the end of Q3, Q4, we might be able to pick that up. But then again, that would be on the Linku site. And you're going to have a link right down here, so you're going to be able to go there. Myself, I like that idea because we use a personal assistant, but I like this device, so we'll pick one up. We'll definitely do a product review and demo this thing. I mean, look how pretty it is. So it's going to fit well in any decor of your home. I really love this.
Yeah.
It really is a nice looking product, as well as something that is multifunctional.
Yes, that's right. With lighting and easy for use for the elderly especially, and with 9 microphone.
So it's going to pick you up from all over the place.
All the place.
And again, we've used another company's product, so we know about the device. That's why with yours that links to other companies as well as with yours, I see yours being a step ahead of everyone else in the game because it does that much more.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Lionel, I appreciate everything because Linku has some great products here. Remember, get to the site. If you have a child, this is probably one of the best things you're going to get for them because there's nothing more than having peace of mind, knowing where they are. I love that you could set up a geo fence or an electronic boundary, so if you know someone's at the park and they leave the park, right away you're going to know. So you know if you have to find them, if there's an issue. And unfortunately, if you're a parent like me and your kids are older and now you have grandkids, you know your kids might not have always been honest about, I'm sleeping at this one's house, but I'm really at this one's house. And this might help you find stuff like that out the easy way. That's a story for another day that we'll get into. But for myself, for Lionel, for the Linku, these guys are great, so you definitely need to check them out. BUZZTV and CES 2017. We're out of here, guys. See ya. We're right here at BUZZTV. We're here with Daniel. We're with Hublo, and we found a great VR camera that not only just does VR, it'll do 3D VR. The kicker is it live streams.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Tell me about this great product you guys have.
Well, you just said it's 360 degree, it's 3D, and it live streams. It's easy to use, it's all in one. You don't need any extra software or any hardware to plug in. There's no post-processing, it's all done in real time. Our special innovation is the hardware chip design that you can see right here. The guys have been developing it for a year, and it does all the processing in real time. That means stitching, correcting, blending, everything.
Wow, that's an amazing thing. Now, what's the battery life on something like this?
We reckon it can do up to about an hour. It's got a 4,000 milliamp battery, so it's similar to a laptop.
Okay. Now, on top of live streaming, let's say I wanted to record and keep the footage and maybe do some external editing.
Of course, Brad. We got an SD card input, but also you can just record it on your phone while you're streaming. We actually have 3 apps. We have one app for live viewing. That means the live viewers, they can send messages and emojis to you while you're broadcasting. Also, we have an app for the controls, so the person who's broadcasting, they can record on their phone and control it. Just press a button and go live.
That's a great thing. Now, resolution, is this a 1080p or is this a 4K?
4K. 4K.
There you go. That's the answer we wanted to hear, because if you're not 4K, they degrade it. I mean, it's horrible.
You're not worth knowing.
It really is. Well, before we started going at 4K, it was just so horrible. They compressed it to garbage. Okay, now the fun stuff. Is it available now?
It's coming out on Indiegogo at the end of the month. So watch out for us. Watch out for us.
And what's the price point on something like this going to be?
Nothing exact, but around $1,000.
That's not a bad number at all, because there's competitors that are trying to give that 3D thing for the same number, but they don't give you that live streaming capability. And in this world, live streaming's it. Now, last question. We've noticed with some cameras, and we're not going to go into names, microphones are a really big thing. For us, we do a lot of live concert recordings. Some cameras handle it very well. Some cameras sound like pretty much you're in a chainsaw. Have we tested this in a super loud environment?
We got stereo mics on this. We haven't done any filming with it yet, but when you see it on Indiegogo, there's definitely going to be some sample footage and you're going to hear it.
And last question, might there be a way to connect an external mic? Let's say we wanted to just put an external mic. Can that be done?
We haven't got a mic input here. We've got micro USB and we got a micro SD, so maybe we'll work something out along the way. There's some tweaks to do before we finally export.
Well, that's fine, and things could still be done, because I know there is a way to do that with the micro USB. I've done it with someone else's, and it turned out great. The camera was garbage, but because it was 1080, but we were able to get that external mic in. 4K is such a winner. So we're looking at basically the end of the month that we are releasing.
We're going to go on Indiegogo at the end of the month.
Okay.
We think production's coming soon, probably sometime soon.
Very good. So I'd say get up there, get to their site. There'll be a link right down here to it. Check them out. Fund that Indiegogo thing, because again, once you get your hands on something that's going to give you 3D and the live streaming of 3D, that's where the game changer is. Because virtual reality is cool, but until it's in 3D, and we're not there yet either, it's a winner. I can't wait to see this thing. You definitely look like you have a winner. It's a small, compact unit. You have multiple cameras. It's not just a 2-lens unit. You have that 6 lenses, so you're covering every side.
That's right.
Daniel, this was truly our pleasure coming here. I am so happy we're able to make it by.
Thanks, Brad.
But for me, for Daniel, for everyone at the Hublot booth, we can't wait to get our hands on one for CES 2017 and Buzz TV. We're out of here, guys. See ya.
One last moment at a time. There's no rotten black as coal. For all I see is decay. I have seen my soul, it's rotten black as coal. For all I see is decay. I have seen my soul, it's rotten black as coal. For all I see is decay. Take a look, take a look at the picture of Dorian Gray. How sad it is, if it only were I to be on the track as the picture grows on. Give everything, I would give my soul for that. I can assure you, pleasure is very different from happiness. I have seen my soul, it's rotten black as coal. For all I see is decay. I have seen my soul.